Quartz here, and today I will be starting a brand new series called Mod to Vanilla. And so what I will be doing in this series is I will be taking Minecraft mods and I will be converting them as best as I can into vanilla Minecraft. So today I'm going to show you guys the Lucky Blocks mod converted into vanilla Minecraft in a pretty good way, I would say. So right here I have these lucky blocks right here, and so let's just go into survival, game mode 0, and if you look, I am in the 1.8 pre-release, and so the 1.8 pre-release is out, and so I don't have any mods installed on my computer at all. This is vanilla Minecraft. I mean, in the snapshot, but so if I place this down, go and mine it, what happens? Ooh, I get some diamonds, a nether star, and a witch spawns. Let's kill this witch just so she's not annoying us. Or is it a he? I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, witch, wizard, yeah. So yeah. So, I mean, this is kind of like the Lucky Blocks mod where I take a block and I mine it and something happens. See, that actually kind of scared me. So, come on. Okay, here's again, I'm attacking him. Ah, he's shooting me with this laser. But yeah, this is actually the new mob in 1.8 called the Elder Guardian. And just the regular Guardian that's smaller than that. But, yeah, and there's a little pig right here. I'll keep him there. But, yeah, I mean, it's randomized, kind of. Well, I mean, it is random. And so, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of showing you guys the different things that I have made into this system of, like, oh, see, look, a skeleton, which, oh, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Okay, so, yeah, a lot of different things that I've configured into this system, into this, like, Lucky Block kind of thing. Lucky Block Minecraft mod to vanilla series thing. So, I mean, yeah, these are the different things, and so this one spawns a giant, and so as you saw over there, in my version, sometimes multiple things happen at once. And actually, originally, I did not plan for this to happen, but then I figured out that this could happen, and so it actually works out pretty good. So, yeah, so we're just gonna kind of showing off some different things, and then I'll give a little bit of an overview. Oh, that scared me. But I'm going to give a little bit of an overview about how this kind of basically works. I mean, I'm not going to go over to the exact commands, but it's going to be similar in that way. So let's mine. So this one spawns some glowstone. Let's go over here. What's in there? Oh, cool. And another Elder Guardian. Lots of Elder Guardians today. Stop shooting me with your laser beam. It's very annoying. Yeah, I'm so sorry, pig, but I have to get some food. Just eat that. And so, yeah. And so, also in here, in my version, it can spawn these structures that sometimes happen. This is just one of them. I call this the mini dungeon. It's basically the tiny dungeon, like this one spawns spiders, but it doesn't really spawn a lot of spiders because it doesn't have the space to spawn the spiders. So, yeah, so that's one of them. I'm just kind of going through these, and probably what would be a cool thing is that if you're kind of thinking in your mind, if you're one of those people that kind of likes to figure out, like, how did they do this before oh, I'm sorry. So I get some troubles though. But how people did this, how did they do that? How did that work before the person shows them how it actually worked? So wait, let me just turn my volume down. So, yeah, if you're one of those people, you can try to guess, kind of, or think about it, about how this was created. And then, if you want to find out for yourself, just keep watching, and you will eventually see basically how this works. I mean, again, this is just going to be cover out of kind of topics about kind of how this works in general. Like, not the exact command blocks, because that would be it would take a while, because there are a lot of command blocks. So yeah, so he's gonna defeat that witch. I think it's a he. Well, it's the Iron Golem is going to defeat that witch. So I'm just gonna do a couple more, but there are a lot of these. I mean, there's a creeper, and then he's going into cactus, and so it's raining cacti. And he's gonna blow up. Oh man, he blew up. Oh man, he blew up all the cacti pieces. Still got like 5 of them though. That's pretty good. So yeah, we're just kind of finding them here. We got a nether star. No, oh, we have 2 nether stars. And so I'm just going to go down to 50, just so I don't, 50 blocks. of 50 lucky blocks. And so, yeah. So, I mean, it's a pretty cool system. So again, multiple things can happen. So many things! So many things are happening! Lots and lots of things are happening. Man, that was a lot of things. Like a skeleton spawned, and a wolf spawned, and a pig spawned or something. Man, another spider spawner. But, yeah, a lot of things happen. And again, that was like one of the maximum number of things that can happen. So here's the last one. Okay, cool. Oh, wow. See again, there's a creeper, a sheep. Just kill you, creeper. And so, yeah. And so the way that the system works, multiple things can sometimes happen, but also sometimes only one thing happens with it. And so it kind of gives it randomly what happens. And there are also different, again, just like the Lucky Blocks mod, there are good and bad things that can happen. You can spawn a pig if you're, like, let's say you really need some food, and then there's one which spawns a chest with a bunch of, like, diamonds and stuff in there, and then there's some that just spawn diamonds or something. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go back into creative, game mode 1, and so let me just I probably clear my inventory just so I don't have all this gear on while I'm showing you how this works. So if I go over here, this is the whole thing that makes this run. Don't worry, I'll clean that up. And sorry, before I start on that, if you want to download the world and kind of maybe figure this out for yourself, you can you'll be able to download this on Planet Minecraft when this video is up. It's probably gonna be up. I mean, if you watch this video right after it's been posted, it might not be up, but after a little bit, there's a really good chance that it'll be up on Planet Minecraft. So you can look at that and download the map for yourself, and this will all be cleaned up by that time. So you'll just have a blank space right over here. And so, okay, so now let's get on to explaining about how this works. So, what happens is, if you looked over in the Lucky Blocks over here, if you saw these are actually monster egg blocks. I just named them Lucky Block. So if you go over here, chiseled stone brick monster eggs. That's actually what those blocks were. And if you know what happens when you break one of those blocks, a silverfish spawns from it. So if I just take, well, I mean, I can't actually do that because it does that for every. But you'll see why later. But in normal Minecraft, like without all these command blocks, if you broke one of those, it would spawn a silverfish, and so that could spawn other silverfish, which could lead to an army of silverfish that are only found in strongholds. So what I'm basically doing is I'm executing for every silverfish. I go back. I have a scoreboard set up that basically whenever I break one of these blocks, I have to explain a little bit earlier so then I can explain that part of it. So I have a scoreboard set up so that whenever I break one of these blocks, it sets that to 1. But then I have another thing that just sets it back to 0 again. But while it's 1, and then since it spawns a silverfish, it executes for that person, for yourself. Basically, it names that silverfish that you just where you just broke the block. So if I take this, let's just say that this crafting table is the block. So if I go over here and I break this, then the scoreboard would go up. Then it would detect that the scoreboard would go up. So then it would take the silverfish that would spawn and give it a name. Its name is Lucky Fish. It's like just because it's Lucky Silverfish. Like, let me just set the time today so we're not in the dark. So, yeah, so it names that silverfish, and then what it does is it executes for every silverfish. Basically what it does is I'm using dispensers as a randomness calculator kind of thing. Sorry, sometimes these blocks need an update, block update. And so, yeah, so so I'm basically using dispensers as a randomness kind of detector. And if you see, I'm right-clicking on these, but they sometimes come up and they sometimes don't really, if you see the flashing in front of my screen. And that's because they're constantly being cloned. Because if you saw in one of my earlier videos called the Minecraft Slot Machine, I'm using this mechanic, but what you have to do is you have to clone a dispenser, because dispensers can place down command blocks, and then it will run that command block if there's a redstone signal next to it. And so what happens is it uses up the command block that's inside the dispenser. But if you constantly keep cloning the dispenser, then when you place the command block out, then the dispenser's already full. And then you just have another command block that just sets this block to air. And so what I'm basically doing is I'm having this right here that goes into 9 different slots over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 9 different places right here are the different places that are in here. So let me just go over here, and there are a lot of these command blocks with the NBT tag. And so what this does is once I power this one, then this one has a chance of putting a redstone block here, or here, or here, or here, which in turn will activate this one, well, those ones, which are actually being cloned from over here, which will once it gets powered, it will place the command block down, but again, a random command block, which will be powered by these redstone blocks, and then again set to air, but this comparator first will turn on, which will end up killing the silverfish by teleporting it up really, really, really high. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a pretty cool system. And, I mean, yeah, and so I have some things over here that are basically setting those blocks to air, and then I have some other ones over here, and again, setting them to air, and then this one's like, for every silverfish, fill a certain area with a redstone block. Basically, for every silverfish, it's going to put a redstone block here, which is going to execute for every silverfish. So if you have 2 people that break 2 lucky blocks, basically the way the system is made, if you have 2 people that break 2 lucky blocks at the exact same time, then it will both get the same result. So that's just it's just the way that the system works. And then it resets every time by it constantly clones these, and it sets those blocks to air. And so actually these are all the command blocks right here of all the different things that can happen. Like one of those here is it summons the wither over here. This other one, it clones some of those over there, and those are the structures that are being cloned. And so it's a pretty cool system. If you want to modify this, I mean, if you're pretty good with commands and you kind of understand it, then what you can do is you can go in and you can modify these command blocks, so then you can have it do whatever you want. And so I'm kind of interested to see what would happen. Like, people could technically, because what you could technically do right here is you have 81 different combinations, but if somebody really wanted to, they could do it even more out. So each one of these goes to 9 more if you really wanted to, or you could just change some of these to not necessarily make it more random, but maybe different things happen, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty cool. So, wait, let me just set the weather. Weather clear. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty cool thing, the Lucky Blocks mod. And so, I will be making more of these. So, again, this is just the start of a series called Mod to Vanilla. And so, if you want to see more mods, usually, well, I mean, I already have one planned, but, I mean, you could probably give me some suggestions. I mean, if you want to just comment about it, or maybe, I guess, commenting about it would be the best choice, just to tell me what would be good, maybe mod to try to do. And again, I'm kind of looking for mods that would be kind of, you would be able to convert them into vanilla Minecraft pretty easily. Like how I did this here. I mean, it's kind of doing something similar to the Lucky Blocks mod. I mean, not exactly, but pretty similar. But I mean, I can't like add a completely new mob that's got like new things and does. It's like a completely new completely new mob from a mod. So I mean, yeah, most mods will probably work, but I don't know. It really depends on the mod. And so yeah, I mean, again, the start of a series. It's gonna be really cool. I'm excited to see what's gonna come from this series, like all these different contraptions and things. And so yeah, I will see you guys later, and bye.